who just joined the call?
What?
Did someone just join the call, or was it just you rejoining?
Someone did join.
Oh.
It's Phase Titanic.
Ah, okay. Possibly here to say, hey, I need an invite. Yeah, I can definitely give you an invite, mate. Alright, make sure you go into spectator, my guy.
Yes. There we go. Australia. Is that the race or is this the random?
It's the random.
Ooh.
Still waiting. We don't do any reveals or anything like that until 7:05. Well, after the intro, which plays at 7:05.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I have no idea what the heck Vincent is. He's supposed to be my co-host, and he's just not here.
Ah, shucks.
Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be freaking chaotic.
You think?
I mean, just right now, just trying to get everyone to join in. All that is already.
When is Tier 2 ever not chaotic?
You know? Okay, where the heck is Batango? Ah, crap. I also gotta redo the grid again. We got some others that just joined, aka Phase. Let's see. Just ahead. Just behind Hope. There we go. Okay. There we go. It won't let me join. It worked. Let's go. Let the chaos of new drivers commence. Says forward focus. Whew, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be exciting today. We've got 13 drivers here in Tier 2. This is going to be exciting, man. Most of these guys are just brand spanking new. So far, the only two that we actually have any idea of is that of the Williams brothers, just because they reserved for Tier 1 last week. But this is going to be exciting. What do you think? How do you think this is going to go, iFunk?
Well, there's going to be a lot of chaos. I think there being a surprise means no practice coming up to the race. So probably a few incidents on the first couple laps and a few interesting safety car restarts, to say the least.
A few indeed, and I just remembered I need to clean my glasses. Ooh. So, your first time being in the commentator's booth and not a driver on track. How does it feel?
A little more cramped than I expected.
Sorry. Oh yeah, just don't mind that little trash bin in the corner. That's where your season 3 championship hopes lies.
That's a low blow.
Hey, you're my teammate now, so.
True.
Oh man. man.
did make a fair few mistakes that season, though. If I'd kept it a little cleaner during the middle of the season, I would have been the champion. But oh well.
Yep. Well, it is 7:05. Let us play that glorious intro. As Williams going around the outside.
Let's go fucking do it, my guy. What the fuck?
Oh my goodness. Oh my good gracious. And up there go. Tires screaming towards turn one. Who will come out on top, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fantastic edition of this glorious racing league we have here. Welcome back to Tier 2, Season 3 of the Average American F1 League. And boy, do we have a good one tonight. We have a mystery round, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we saw a mystery round was back in Season 3 of Tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be ecstatic. We do not know what's going to happen. Are we going to have 16, 14, freaking 3 corners here, ladies and gentlemen? We do not know. We do not know how many tracks there are. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a little something, and I forgot to turn on the screen. There we go. We do have a wheel to determine what track we are going on. And ladies and gentlemen, to make it even more spicy, we have different varieties of each track. We have full wets, inters, and just complete dry. So this is going to be interesting. What do you think, iFunk?
Well, of course, mystery weekend means no practice, and these guys are a little bit less experienced for the most part than the Tier 1 drivers, and so there will be some chaos, especially on turn 1, lap 1. Beyond that, honestly, I have no clue what's going to go down.
And ladies and gentlemen, before I get this wheel spinning, unfortunately, I'm not joined here by my regular co-host of Vincent, but I am joined here by the Season 3 fumbler in Tier 1 of iFunk.
Runner-up would suffice, Chris, but thank you.
Yes. So, this is going to be exciting. So, what do you have your money on, iFunk, for this track? I know many drivers have been already in the media pin saying, I want this track, I feel like this track, I'm good at this track. And then we also have other drivers, like our current championship leader, Septic, saying, dear God, do not have it be Coda, because he does not do well at Coda. So, what do you think? What track do you want?
Well, I think a really interesting track would, in fact, be Coda. But beyond that, I don't know. There's a few options that come to mind to create some chaos. Something like Monaco would be interesting. Singapore, I don't think would be too much of a show. We saw that last season, and it ended up being pretty much a one-horse race at the front.
That is true.
Yeah, I think Monaco would be the most fun start for sure, but then the remaining 75 laps would be a bit of a bore. So,
all right. Well, so far everyone's saying just spin the dang wheel. So let's get it going. Let's see, what track do we get for this glorious, glorious race. It is Imola in the wets, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is going to be this is going to be exciting. At least for us, for viewers, but for everyone else, it's going to be freaking miserable.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is what our race is going to be today, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Imola in the full wet conditions. The last time I remember we having Imola on the track for Tier 2 was back in, what was it? Season 1, actually. And then that same season, Season 3 of Tier 1, iFunk here went on to win the race. So, as a former Imola race winner, sorry, who do you have your money on?
I don't know. I think Septic has a bit of an outside shot. I think Metallica will be an interesting one to watch. And after that, honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention to Tier 2 recently, so just have to wait and see.
Ever since
but I'd take Vincent or Metallica as the top two in this one.
All right.
Or not Vincent, sorry. Septic.
All right. Ever since iFunk's race win at Saudi Arabia, he just doesn't care. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your grid for this race. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a qualifying here in Tier 2. We only set the grid up according to the reverse results of the current championship standings. So Septic, being our championship leader, will be starting in the back of the grid, with everyone else going ahead of him and having that advantage. Whoo, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yes, it will, Sebri. Remember, though, this is full wet conditions, so I think even with Septic starting at the back of the grid, there is a very high chance he gets back up to the top 5 in just a couple laps.
That is true. He is a good driver, but we haven't exactly seen how good he is in the wets. The last time I remember seeing him in a wet race, he did make some bad strategy calls that cost him the race win. First in Season 1 at Singapore. Second in, Monza. 2 wet races that he just unfortunately got the strategy wrong and just threw away a race win. So are we very sure he's going to be able to keep his streak alive, keep it going?
I don't know. I think with a history of fumbling the strategy, I think he'll be a little bit more cautious on it this time. Maybe just follow some drivers in and try to replicate the strategy of some other drivers. But we'll have to wait and see what he does when the time comes and his tires start degrading.
That is true indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just because we do not have qualifying does not mean we do not have a formation lap. Just because we don't have qualifying doesn't mean we don't have a lap for our drivers to go through, to get themselves acquainted with the track, to learn the track, and that is our formation lap, ladies and gentlemen. All the cars going through the track, trying to figure out where they can get grip at, where to place the car at to get the best exit. So, iFun, ever since your little very short stint in Tier 2, when you went on to get the race win at Saudi Arabia last season, who do you feel the most confident about?
In this Tier 2 grid?
In this race currently.
In this race? Septic is pretty consistent. He was in Tier 1 during Season 3, and he's put in some solid points performances. Again, the rest of this grid I don't know too well. Once Hope, I think, is quick on his day, but again, this is full wet conditions, so you never know what's going to happen.
That is true. What about the Aston Martin driver of Phoenix, Eric? He did finish P2 right behind you at Saudi Arabia with a stellar one-stop performance, while many drivers did go on to the two-stop. So Eric, in that Aston Martin, has been able to just push his tires a little bit further than most other drivers. So how do you think he's going to go?
That is true. He certainly has an advantage when it comes to tire saving, and in wet conditions that can mean a difference of 10 seconds. Not having to worry about saving tires at the end, not having to worry about protecting your rears when it comes to the traction zones. But again, that's not everything. It's a very difficult start in these full wet conditions. Tires don't have a whole lot of grip, and working your way through the field, there is lots of opportunity for massive errors. So
that is true, and already a very aggressive angle from the V-carb. And they're off. Tires go spinning towards turn 1. Who will come out on top? A fantastic launch from the V-carb, already getting ahead of, well, basically no one. He's already up ahead and getting a great launch, but the Ferrari right behind, getting past the Alpine, already up, and it looks like one of the McLarens has possibly beached himself on the curve. Ooh, this is already looking like an exciting race. Yeah, the McLaren of Fire and Ice already down to the back of the grid. And Septic in the kick Salvers all the way up to P8, making up many positions already.
Eric still stuck down in P11, losing a couple places off the start.
Possibly, but...
And the top two, the Ferrari of Skirt and Husky Boy.
Yeah, they are
by far the leaders in this one. Already a 3-second gap from 2 to 3 here.
This is definitely going to be a pairing that our current championship lead. Oh, the Ferrari goes around the outside of the Alpine at the chicane. Wow, I have never seen an overtake like that before. He just made it stick.
Oh, the final corner. Skirt is right on the gearbox of Husky Boy.
Ooh, let's see if Skirt is able to get ahead, and it looks like the Ferrari is able to get ahead.
But he's got no battery left, and Husky has 80% coming into turn 1 here. So the move could well be on as we go into the Villeneuve chicane.
That is true, but yet again, here at Imola, most of the time, you want to spend all of your battery throughout the straight. Throughout the lap, you can set it to none for a good amount of it and just recharge battery.
That is true, and in these wet conditions, that is even more viable. This traction gets very difficult as soon as you get down to using medium ERS even, so.
That is true. So far, the two leading cars, again, almost 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. These two will definitely be a pairing that our current championship leader of Septic will be keeping his eyes on.
Septic moving in close to face Titanic, but a good defensive move there keeps the Sauber behind.
Ooh, but the
Going
Mercedes
chicane,
goes
Septic
deep.
move on the exit.
Oh
and
my!
He gets it done. It looks like Septic's got the place.
The kick Salver driver being patient throughout the lap, knowing that there could be a potential mistake from the Mercedes, as the Mercedes almost makes a larger mistake by almost tapping the rear of that kick Salver. And that kick Salver is now basically riding in the rear of the Alpine ahead of him, who is on no battery whatsoever. This is going to be an easy overtake around the outside, down the inside. Oh my goodness. The kick Salver already up another position. Matter of fact, his teammate...
time penalty.
Yep, our first time penalty of the Williams.
Looks like he had another warning there through the Villeneuve chicane. He's cutting a lot of these curbs, and it's just hurting him too much.
Way too much. He's trying to keep up pace with the Ferrari ahead, thinking that this might be his only chance to get a podium.
Septic already breaking that 1 second barrier to Titanic. So he won't have to worry too much about the dirty air moving forward, but Septic still has quite a ways to go if he wants to make up to the leaders here. A gap of 10 seconds to the Ferrari in first place.
That is true. But his teammate of OneSoap is keeping a good gap between him and the Alpine of Dapper. Let's see if this junior Kicksaliber is able to get ahead. He will be having
Dapper's on
more
3%.
battery. Yes.
That is a huge disadvantage. But Red also right behind there. Oh, a big snap on the exit.
Ooh, that might compromise Red on being able to overtake these two. And what is going on with OneSoap? He could have blasted his battery to get at least alongside the Alpine, but he stopped. He backed out. Oh, contact!
Inside contact!
What was that going on from the junior Kicksaliber, losing a position now due to that, and might be getting a penalty later on, and Red getting a 3-second time penalty for, oh, Red going down the inside, but was just not able to get the grip he needed, but he might be going for a move around the outside of the Alpine. Does he get it done? Yes, he does!
Gets it done. What a move.
What an incredible
That is
move by the
incredible
McLaren. We may need to take a look at that 3-second time penalty after the race. I think he might have gotten that penalty for trying to avoid a collision. We will see. FaZe Titanic, ever since Septic got ahead of him, it's been a good 1.4, 1.2 second gap between them, the two. FaZe Titanic in that
Going down the main
Mercedes is actually
straight.
keeping up as OneSoap is able to
Husky.
get ahead of the Alpine, finally. Husky needs to push on his battery much more. He does have really 3 times more battery than the Ferrari ahead of him. Husky could easily get an overtake done and hold up the Ferrari.
That is true. Heading onto the main straight last time around, Husky had about 80% when Skirt was down at, I believe, 30 or something. So a big delta there, as the Ferrari's using a lot of battery to try and stay ahead.
That is true indeed. And just to think, Husky in this V-Carb is barely using battery, and he's keeping within a second to the Ferrari. I say that as soon as they go outside of a second. 1.3. Oh my gosh. Commentator's curse. Call it as you will.
Battery charge starting to even out a bit more as OneSoap gets a penalty for warnings now. These drivers just pushing track limits a little bit too much here.
Yep, but the question is now, I'm starting to see a good surface starting to form. No, Husky getting a 3-second time penalty now. That might just end his race. Not end his race, but end his chance of getting the race win. And what is going on? Hold on, I need to check
Septic setting the fastest lap. He's right up behind Ziek right now. Both drivers with plenty of battery as they head into turn 1. This could be an interesting battle to look forward to. We head further back on the grid. Eric is closing in on Metallica. That could be a battle to watch as well.
Holy cow, I had to freaking mute a random group chat I just got added into. So far, everyone keeping it relatively clean. Ooh!
Oh, a big slide from Ziek there.
Yep.
He gets a time penalty again for multiple warnings.
And due to that, Septic might be able to get a move down into the chicane once again. He did it once before on the Mercedes. What about the Mercedes cut? Oh! Septic hit with the 3-second
just a little too much
time
onto the
penalty.
curb.
Ooh. Just with
He has
sliding
a
just
slight
a
battery
little bit
advantage.
too far. As Fire and Ice is hit with a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pits.
Nimitz gets a penalty for multiple warnings as well here.
Multiple
And Ziek
drivers.
into the pit lane.
Multiple
There are lots of drivers coming in for
Yep.
inters.
And the Williams driver is
Fire
hit
and
with
Ice,
a
the first one to go.
10-second for speeding into the pits.
We'll have to watch
Ooh.
Husky and Fire and Ice here. They were the first to pit.
Fire and Ice is,
Fire and Ice is on the
into
grass.
grass. What happened?
Is he retired?
No, he's going. He's back driving. I think he might have just went off. Yeah, he goes off again
Interesting.
into the gravel.
What is happening to Fire and Ice's McLaren?
I do not know. And he retires from the session.
He's still on track though. This could be very dangerous.
This might cause a safety car, unfortunately. As Surtz in the lead continues to set the pace, setting a purple sector 2. And the McLaren's off. No safety car for it. It's gone.
Interesting. Husky
Surtz
Boy is
goes
going around the
into
outside.
pits.
Husky Boy, and in the chicane going for a move on Metallica. Can't quite make it stick. He stays behind for now. Heading on to this final corner, though, it looks like he's going to go for the move.
Husky going for a move onto one of the
Down the
Villeneuve
inside, late on the
brothers.
brakes. Can't make it work.
Ooh, but might have been some contact between the Williams and the kick salver.
Did look like it. On the exit, Metallica and Husky Boy both
Ooh,
trying to go around.
Going
Hope.
3 wide here. Oh my goodness.
So close between the Red Bull and the Williams.
Ooh, the Racing Bulls goes
On the
for a
inside.
move, but he backs out of it.
At the last second, and he just cuts the corner.
Yeah, he did
But
make
not
contact
gaining an
with the
advantage.
Williams, causing
Gets
the
the
Williams to
move
go
done
over,
around
but
the
it
outside.
doesn't matter. The V-Carb does get ahead. But due to that, lost so much time. 2 seconds, the 3 seconds is the gap between himself and Surtz. What was once within a second has gone out of control.
There's very much a dry line starting to appear on track, but it is not a very big one. Any small mistakes could mean spinning into the barrier at this point.
That is true, but it doesn't seem that way for Surtz as he sets a fastest sector 2 on his outlap.
He is absolutely flying as he goes down the inside. He'll turn to the outside, but he's already past the McLaren red.
Already.
He's
And
absolutely on fire.
Nimitz in the other Ferrari goes into the pits, also pitting onto Inters. In goes the McLaren of red. And
Husky Boy with a 130.8.
Granted, he did pit a lap earlier, so he is going to be able to get the fastest lap. But the question is, will Surtz clap back at the V-Carb? Jeez, Racing Bulls. Ooh, what
Back at
happened
Septic,
in
and he's right behind Nimitz and Ziek at this point. It is very tight between them. Ziek looks
Ooh.
for a gap, makes contact. That might be looked at after the race as they were weaving a little bit on that straight, but we'll have to wait until the steward's room opens up.
Septic trying to get ahead of the Williams.
Ziek is
And-
using up a lot of his battery here.
Yep, and Husky is hit with another 3-second time penalty. Ooh, Zirek
Ooh, big
goes,
slide.
has a bad exit and compromises the kick salver. The kick salver still trying to go for a move, thinks about a move down the inside, but backs out of it.
That is the smart thing to do there. Not a whole lot of room to go side by side.
But now is the question, will he try to go for a move? He does have more battery than the Williams ahead of him. So if he does blast it all, he could get ahead. And he does!
Around the outside. This will turn to the inside for turn 1's braking zone.
Zier not using
He's already
battery.
got it done.
Zier ripped tires! Zier's gone!
What? Looks like he's just... No, he's retired.
Yeah, What happened to the Williams? He was doing a fantastic job.
Wow. Must be an engine issue.
Possibly, as Septic now sets his eyes onto the sister Ferrari ahead of him.
Septic has a slight battery advantage here. He's using it in a couple more places to try and close the gap before the main straight. Way more stable through Aqua Minerale. Closing the gap, is he going to think about it?
No, not this time. Ooh, contact
Pushing
made.
the Ferrari through the corner, basically.
Ooh,
They head down to the final two left-handers here. Third
let's
set's not the
ride
fastest
along
lap.
board the rear wing of Nimitz in the Ferrari as he gets hunted down by the Kick Sauber of our current championship leader. Blasting all of his battery, and it seems to be working. Matter of fact, he's actually gaining a gap. Does the Ferrari have a lower downforce setup in this clearly wet conditions? Oh, but does it matter as Septic is right there on him?
Very tight racing here. Nimitz has a lot fresher tires, but Septic has what appears to be a huge pace advantage on the Ferrari. Having the track so damp around the racing line just makes it impossible for Septic to get anything going here.
Septic has a higher downforce setup, and it looks like he's gaining into the corners, but every time he gets to the straight where he needs everything he can, he's just not able to get ahead of the Ferrari.
If Septic can protect his tires long enough, he will have such an overwhelming advantage that the battery starts to matter less and less.
As our
With that
front
dirty air.
two drivers are just trading fastest laps after another.
Septic just saving his battery, trying to force Nimitz into using it all, and he has under 10% is the Ferrari. And this next lap could be where Septic goes for the move,
Septic
but a
does
big snap.
Septic does appear to have a good battery management plan, but will it be enough? Ooh, a
Ooh,
Septic is
big
hit
warning
with
there as he gets onto the
another.
curb.
6 seconds total of penalties.
This whole grid is racking up black and white flags.
Except for our current race leader, Sertz, is just dominating. Well, I can't even say dominating because Husky in the rear has just been keeping a relatively good gap to the race leader.
Septic using his battery, he could be going for a move. Stays behind for now, but Nimitz is down to 49% battery. Septic still has full charge.
I think Septic is starting to realize that this may be his only chance to get ahead of the Ferrari. He might go for a move down the inside, and he does!
Brave on the brakes as the Ferrari's gone wide.
Some
Septic goes back
contact
to place,
made.
and that's not going to be analyzed.
Yep. Some contact made leading to the Ferrari going off, but the position was given back. But Septic still not using batteries, setting it to medium.
Nimitz Nimitz is still down at single digits. And this could play right into Septic's hands.
The only problem with this current strategy is Septic needs to create a 3-second gap to the Ferrari now. And not only
Another
that,
warning as he goes onto the curb.
if he's wanting to place some pressure onto the front two, that is a 17-second gap to P2 of Husky. 18-second gap now. So Septic needs to get ahead of this Ferrari.
At this rate, I don't think there's any hope Septic can manage a race win out of this. But a podium is very much within his sights here.
Now let's
Smooth
take
run
a
through the chicane.
quick look back at the grid. No one is close besides the Mercedes and McLaren
All down
and
the
the
inside.
Kick-Sauber and Ferrari as the Kick-Sauber gets ahead. But the question is, who will be able to stay ahead? As the Ferrari is
Septic has more
already
battery.
right there. Septic does have more battery. Oh, contact made, some wheel banging. Septic goes
inside
down
again,
the
goes
inside
Septic.
and ahead goes the Kick-Sauber, but he goes a little too wide, losing the position.
Such close racing here, but Septic just can't make a move stick.
And if we just take a look, just one position back, FaZe Titanic and Red in the Mercedes and McLaren are right there next to each other. Another on-track battle here, ladies and gentlemen. And if these two continue fighting, that will bring in the Aston Martin of Eric. Septic still trying to get ahead of Nimitz. About 25% more battery than the Ferrari. And it seems like Husky up ahead is starting to push on those tires a lot more to try to get the overtake. To try to put Certs under pressure. As Septic is now putting the other Ferrari under pressure, but again, it appears that the sister Ferrari has a lower downforce setup and is able to stay ahead of the Kick-Sauber with more battery than the other Ferrari. Oh, but Septic might get a better exit, but is forced onto the wet stuff, losing traction.
Such close racing here. Up the inside.
Ooh.
Can he make it
Septic,
stick?
no.
Not quite. He doesn't
Getting
have the traction.
onto the wet stuff again. Every time he's about to get a move done, he goes gets off of the racing line and just loses every bit of traction he once had. Nimitz in this Ferrari has been placing his car beautifully at every moment, knowing that the Kick-Sauber behind does technically have the grip advantage coming out of corners. As Septic is already pushing his battery to try to get ahead, forcing the Ferrari to go wide on his own accord and gets ahead. That is some amazing strategy and just complete manipulation of someone's psychology to force them into making a move to try to stay ahead. He is ahead of the Ferrari now, but 22.3 seconds behind of the leading two.
Yeah, at this point it seems pretty much impossible for for Septic to get back up to where Husky and Certs are, but you never know. One mistake from either of them, and he could be right back up there.
Yep. And it looks like the battle between the Mercedes and McLaren has started to stretch out a bit more, but it does look like the Aston Martin of Phoenix, Eric, is able to start putting on the pressure of Red in the McLaren.
3 seconds behind. He might just have to rely on the time penalties ahead to keep him in a high points position here.
It look both the Mercedes and McLaren are equal in battery, and Septic setting the fastest lap after so many laps of battling. Already with the 4-second gap behind him. And gaining
Septic
onto
is closing the gap.
Yeah. Septic trying to keep his
Could end up being a lot
championship.
closer than I thought. Even Husky starting to gain on Cert, maybe a mistake from the Ferrari.
Possibly. Yet again, Septic, if he does catch up to the race leader, will need to overtake him and create a 6-second gap. That is a very tall ask of the championship leader. As we go back to the middle of the field, the Mercedes is under pressure of the McLaren, practically pushing him through the final sector. Oh,
To the inside, what a move.
and a mistake from the Mercedes as he goes wide. But the Mercedes does have more battery than the McLaren. Will the Mercedes get ahead? Slingshotting around to get back ahead of the McLaren. A fantastic move from the Mercedes.
That is incredible racing. Great move there by both drivers to get ahead and then swap positions back. Titanic just playing that perfectly with the battery.
Yep, and it looks like our race leader of Certs is starting to reach traffic now of the back markers of the Alpine of Dapper is right there ahead of him, and it already appears that the dirty air of the blue marker is already costing him time to the V car behind. Yeah, the V-Carb of Husky's already right there. A second. 2 laps ago, it was 2 point whatever. Now he's right there, already thinking of where it's a good place to overtake as the Alpine of Dapper gets out of the way.
Looks like Cert has been slowing down over the last couple laps. Husky Boy gaining even now through this middle sector in the dirty air.
It looks like Husky's recharging his battery as Certs is trying to do the same, but not as effectively as our current runner-up in the race. We might be seeing a move coming soon. Let's ride on the rear wing of our race leader as he's being hunted down by the V-Carb, who has a little wiggle, losing the rears out of the final corner and seemingly compromising his run, but he's being determined. Ooh. Unable to get close enough to get the move. That little wobble, that wheel spin coming out of the final turn has been detrimental to the V-Carb, but it's not over yet, as the V-Carb is just right there. He could easily go for an overtake at any moment this lap.
Yeah, it's becoming pretty clear at this point in the race that Cert doesn't quite have the advantage he did at the start in the full wet conditions. So we'll just have to wait and see if he can get a couple opportunities here. And the position could very well be his.
Yep. And oh no, the leading Ferrari, seems to be under fuel now. Has he been having to try to conserve battery? A good exit from the V-Carb with so much more battery than the Ferrari. He might be able to finally get ahead. Going the long way. Oh, but he goes onto the grass. What was he doing? He had it. He had the move.
Huge mistake.
A colossal mistake from the V-Carb that might just have cost them the race win. It is lap 21 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. 12 more laps left in this race.
Huge bursts of oversteer from the top two drivers. They're both starting to struggle on these tires.
Will we
These
see
inters are getting
a
quite old.
possible pit stop from these two?
It's not out of the question, but they've already gone 14 and 13 laps, and there's only 10 laps remaining. They pit on this one here, so I don't think it's worth it.
If Cert's pits, what is going on in the back? Oh, we have a Williams into the wall, and that brought out the safety car.
Safety car.
Full course safety car.
You have to pit at this point.
Everyone's going to be
coming in. Everyone's going to pit this lap for a fresh set of tires.
And ladies and gentlemen, that just brought back Septic into this race-winning argument.
So true. Septic has a big chance here.
With how spread out the grid is, it's going to be a while until the safety car comes back in. And oh no, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. The Alpine of Dapper is right there. Lapped traffic in between the Kick Sauber and the leading two contenders. So Septic will be in a major disadvantage behind these two.
That could be, unless they let lapped cars through, which is always a possibility.
But a rarity here in this game.
That's true, but Dapper will nonetheless have to get out of the way on the main straight once the restart does occur.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Hold on, we've been focusing on that, but look behind. We got Eric and FaZe and Red, all with less time penalties than those ahead. So if they just stay for FaZe within 3 seconds of Septic, within 6 seconds of Husky, he gains 2 more positions.
That's true. All Septic really needs to do at this point is try and stick close to Husky and hope that Cert makes a mistake on the restart here. Doesn't seem likely though. Eric with 0 time penalties is looking to just stick as close as possible to the top couple drivers here. If he can make a move or two, that would be monumental for his race and his championship hopes.
Jeez, we still have a huge gap between every car out there. Yeah, this safety car is not.
Top 5 have formed up, but then Metallic is kind of holding up Red as he tries to get back to the grid. And Hope and HX are still very far away from forming up to this train here.
All right, how about we do some gambling? When do we think? When do we think the safety car is coming in?
Oh boy. That's a tough one, actually. Oh, man. I'm thinking it'll be this lap. Most of the grid's formed up. Hope and the Red Bull driver are about half a lap away, and assuming Hope drives a fairly quick pace, he should be able to catch up most of the way.
Oh my!
So I think it'll come in this lap.
Oh my gosh! Oh jeez! I just went through the incidents page and oh my gosh!
There are already a lot.
A lot's an understatement.
We're gonna have a fun evening. Oh boy.
We will see. The safety car is in this lap.
Let's go, I got it right. So what, now you owe me a new car or something? Right, Chris?
You get pit priority for next race.
I'll take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, do remember, these cars do need to respect the Verstappen rule. No overlapping of any kind. When will Certs go off? And he's off already. Husky gets a bad start, losing the rears. Already under threat of so many cars. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, it looks good, actually.
Close between Husky and Septic.
Oh, the Ferrari
Nimitz
goes off. Nimitz.
Almost taking a red as well. Whoa, so close. Backmarker's kind of just ghosting through everyone. I really dislike that, but can't mod the game, so. What are you gonna do?
Septic might be, well, actually, currently, just based off penalties alone, Septic will get P2. Actually, he might not even finish on the podium if he doesn't create a gap between himself and all those behind, especially that of Eric. Eric
So
might just
true.
get another P2 based off of penalties again.
Looking at the time gaps here, he is 6 seconds off of Cert right now.
You know, if
It is very possible
Eric is
that
able to
if Eric stays close here.
if Eric is able to get P2 and Septic, let's see, loses 2 positions. So P5, yeah, Eric will become our new race championship leader. And now Certs is gonna be ecstatic by that safety car, because now he's able to just create a gap and constantly push for the remainder of the race, not having to worry about anyone behind, because his closest competitor right now is Husky, who's been under threat by Septic in the kick salver just behind.
Septic has struggled with the traction pretty consistently through Sector 1. Especially heading through that first hairpin right at the start of Sector 2. Really difficult for him to get out of there without going sideways. So I'm honestly not hopeful for his chances as Metallica gets another 10-second penalty.
Jeez. As it
He is
stands,
not having the best of races.
as it stands, if Eric is not able to get ahead of any of these drivers, or to just start closing the gap, he will not be getting P2. Oh, what the heck did I just hear? Did I just hear someone go straight into the pit wall?
I don't think so.
I was freaking spectating Eric, and then I just heard a slam.
I don't think anyone's in the wall. I mean, Dapper's got 16 seconds of penalties, and Metallica has a whopping 35, but I don't think there was any walls being hit. Eric is just struggling behind Red.
I think he's been trying to use the back markers to his advantage, but just hasn't been working out for him.
Red has burned a lot of his battery up to this point. Eric is going to have significantly more to burn on the main straight if this continues.
Oh my gosh. I'm just now realizing. Thank you, Dark in the Twitch chat. Face Titanic in the Mercedes has only done 1 pit stop. So during the whole race, before the safety car, was on the wet tires all the way until the safety car came out.
That's insane.
So he might be on for a podium here, ladies and gentlemen, a P2, as he is forced wide by Nimitz.
Surely that's going to be investigated after the race.
Surely, but yet again, I kind of wish I had a better angle of that.
That is fair. I was busy watching Eric and Red not battle it out. Yeah, just the battle of battery charge as they head down the main straight is really the only thing that can get you an overtake in this race.
Yep. Face Titanic.
Shades of Australia in real life.
Face Titanic still with that 3 second. Oh, another safety car. as both Williams have now retired from the race.
Metallica's brought it out this time. The entry to Aqua Minerale, something has gone wrong in that car, and there's only 5 laps left now.
Hey, at least
it comes across the line.
At least that way we can see Once Hope and Hart finally catch up, right? Right?
I'm not sure they're going to be able to, honestly. This safety car is only going to last 1 lap.
Yeah.
Or is it a VSC? It's a virtual safety car.
Oh, it was
They're back
a
to
VSC?
racing right away, Chris.
Okay. All right. Well,
here we go.
F me then.
Oh, why? Yes, I will.
FaZe Titanic, all he needs to do
laps.
is just stay within. Ooh, Septic hit with another 3-second. That does absolutely nothing to anyone. Okay. Matter of fact,
No,
hold on. Husky. That brings Husky
That
back
changes
into.
Titanic.
Yeah. Well, not really. The gap between Nimitz and Septic is already 9 seconds.
Oh,
so
that's true. That's true.
But that does bring into the fact that Husky could salvage this P2. If he just creates a 3-second gap between himself and the championship leader, he's good.
Doesn't look like that's going to happen, though. Septic setting the purple middle sector. He is pushing like a rabid dog right now.
I believe Husky does have the ability to push out of that 3-second gap, but he just has that dirty air from Certs up ahead. No, Once Hope, my beautiful child, gets another 3
Not another
seconds.
one. What a tragedy.
Final 3 races in final 3 laps in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Anything could happen in these final podium positions. As it stands, it looks like Eric might jump up to P5 after these. Actually, he might jump up to P4 after these penalties.
He won't get past Titanic. So it looks like just a P3, and Titanic will benefit hugely from Nimitz's 9 seconds. He'll jump up into P4. If things end as it stands, still time for gaps to change, though.
Actually, no. FaZe would get P5. He would stay P5 as Eric behind. Oh, what the heck did I just see?
Big mistake from Red, and Eric's finally passed the McLaren. This is huge.
Ooh, okay. Even more of a
4-second gap.
thorn for FaZe. As Cert sets the
4-second gap
fastest.
from FaZe to Nimitz.
Cert
Go ahead,
sets
Chris.
the fastest lap, but he has Husky right there around the outside, and just isn't able to get the traction he needed to get the move done. And due to that, has brought Septic back into it. The gap between Husky and Septic was just about 2.2 seconds. Is now a second away. Septic could still get P2 out of this.
He needs to play this to perfection if he wants the on-track P2. Could even get on-track P1 if Cert and Husky end up getting tangled up with each other, but Septic doesn't have a whole lot of battery left. Neither does Cert. Heading through this final sector here, Husky has the most battery out of all of them.
Ooh, does
Cert is down to 0.
My question now is,
Cert's
will
got no battery.
Cert play a little bit of mind games? Because the gap between the top 3 and Nimitz, his teammate, isn't that vast. Wait, hold on, I'm just remembered.
It is that vast.
Nimitz has a 9-second penalty, so I was gonna say, oh, Husky with a 15-second time penalty now. Well,
Oh, another 3 seconds, Sir Husky. Crazy. I don't even know what that came from.
Hold on.
Did he go too far to the inside on the
It,
official turn 1 there?
it might be. I'm not too sure, but hold on. Wait a minute. If
Very
Husky
strange.
gets another penalty, or if FaZe is able to, not FaZe, if Eric is able to get ahead of FaZe and start creating a gap between, well, start closing the gap on Nimitz, Eric will be standing on the podium.
It would take a massive effort from Eric.
Not too massive. He's been closing this gap on FaZe Titanic by a good amount. It is the final lap. Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit of
It's a pretty big ask.
very big ask.
Septic, though, secured in P2. Cert at this point has the win in hand.
Yep.
On track, at least, before stewards take a look at everything. And oh boy, is there a lot for us to look at.
Matter of fact, Cert and Septic both on no
Crossing the
fuel.
line, Cert wins
And
it.
Cert wins the Imola Grand Prix here in the Average American F1 Tier 2 League. Cert crosses the line to go P4, but he might lose it to FaZe Titanic. Let's see. Yep. Eric, unfortunately, is not able to close the gap even more to the top 3, but I'm pretty sure he will be happy with a P4. Dapper
Given the
crosses
circumstances, I would definitely be happy with that finish.
Here comes our final 2 of Heart and One Soap. But ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Cert on a debut win.
And a flawless one at that. He was incredible all race. And not a single penalty to his name as well.
The only, one of 2 drivers that never got a single penalty this race.
Incredible driving from him, that is for sure.
Congratulations to the Italian Ferrari driver. Oh, we haven't seen that in a long while. The Tifosi are going to be ecstatic by that, winning the Italian Grand Prix with the Italian team as an Italian driver. That is definitely going to be something he is going to be wanking to after.
Whoa. Septic with the fastest lap by 7/10. An incredible time, a 1:27.0 as he goes from last to second in this race. Incredible drive from Septic.
Very incredible drive. Actually, not 7/10, 8/10, actually.
Oh, you're right. 8/10.
The former Tier 2 champion still showing what he has, what he's got to try to secure another championship, to become our second 2-time world champion here in the Average American F1 League.
And he set that lap time on lap 31, second last time around on the track. So just leaving it right to the last minute there.
That is true indeed. Now, shall we go over to Tier 2 and get our interviews of everyone on the race?
I believe we should, Chris. I'll see you in a moment.
Me and Hope got so unlucky with the safety car not being able to catch it.
Exactly, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as that fucking happened, we crossed the line.
Call me
That was the
crazy for
dumbest shit
this,
ever.
but I think part of what screwed me over is it starting me in second. It shot my nerves through the roof and kind of made me panic.
I started in last, and I
because he won the fucking
Congratulations to the
first race.
race winner.
I honestly would prefer starting in last than first. I'm gonna be entirely dead ass.
not in the rain.
Bro, I made a
You don't know
sick
when
ass
there's
pass
stars
to
or
the
Whatever
two
your name
people.
is, bro, in the
I hope
Ferrari,
this thing got that.
insane race from you.
So,
Well,
I'm sorry. I
I'll
shouldn't
aim
write it
that
out, but
whatever
I'm
the
sorry
fuck
to
I
the
did
one
on the
guy I
first
wound
lap.
up squeezing
hold
off
on.
track in like turn 4.
I funked. Did you guys get the battle between me and freaking what's his name? Nimitz? And he held me up
Yeah, we
for like
did.
forever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, we got it.
It was really
was
the only
so-
thing to
close,
commentate.
man.
I was
We
so
don't talk about
pissed.
my race today.
Dude, you went.
Hey,
You
gang, we
went
all
like
had those.
I
got
got
the move
past
done around the
Nimitz,
outside.
and
He
then-
got you on the exit so many different times.
Dude,
It was insane.
I know. It's because he's so much he picked a different setup than me. I was increased downforce. And dude, I got in front of him and I pulled out a second and a half a lap. I would.
Yeah,
You
you were so much quicker. Yeah.
I have a question. Did the stream? Did y'all get when I passed two people at the same time on the first lap, like on the second straight?
Oh, yeah.
after
What I want to know
stopped?
is, did we get Metallic causing both safety cars?
Metallic didn't cause
possibly
the first
so.
one.
Oh man, what a
Yes,
race!
he did.
Nimitz.
Yes, he did.
Nimitz.
What?
First of all, good race. Second of all, fuck you.
Damn.
What'd I do? I held. Hey, I had to hold
He
it
was
up.
the
for my
Sauber, he was
teammate,
the Sauber.
man.
Fuck you. Jesus.
I had to hold
lost
it up.
Crazy.
I lost 2 seconds a lap because of your ass. Great defending, but fuck you.
It's fun to watch. I'll give you
Is
that
that
much.
Spectic or
Love to
whatever?
see it.
Or
But hey,
Septic?
Yeah.
Hey,
whoever,
listen,
whoever said
listen,
Metallic
that-
didn't cause
that
both safety cars,
Mercedes,
I'm like
listen, that
99%
Mercedes, bro.
sure he did.
Listen, that Mercedes, he's gonna complain, but he had a red arrow, and I was on the inside going into one. He needs to leave space. He can cry about it.
Did you clip it?
Did you? Yeah, did you clip
He-
it?
Yeah, he
I
clipped
didn't.
it.
I didn't clip it. Maybe he can clip it.
Ah, shit, that
well,
doesn't,
Nimitz,
that didn't happen.
Nimitz, if you have something like that, that's why like I record the entire race. If he records it and sends it in, you have to have your POV. Otherwise, you could get a
Yeah.
pen for that.
I was about
So
to
you
say,
gotta-
pro tip, just
You
stream
gotta
your
start.
races.
Yeah, you gotta start recording the entire race.
I'll
I don't
record the
stream
next
it. I don't stream it, but I just press the start new recording and I get the whole race.
I don't know how your Xbox does that. My max out at like
I was
10
about to say,
I'm on
the max
PlayStation.
mine will go
Yeah,
to
I
is
just-
like 10
Oh,
minutes, I
that's
think.
why.
A minute. Yeah,
I'm
same.
on
minute.
PlayStation.
I just
Oh,
stream it
well,
on
that's
my
fine.
mod.
Here's
What the
the
hell?
thing. Here's the
Yeah,
thing
I'm
with
on
the.
PlayStation.
But yeah, hang on. I
recording
want to
your
loop back
POV.
to this real quick. Who said Metallic didn't cause both safety cars? Because I'm 99% sure
caused-
he did.
The
Who
commentator
for a
that was
fact he
watching
caused
the
two.
race.
What the hell?
So what caused the first safety car if it
The-
wasn't him? Because I
the-
watched him eat a wall.
That was the second.
After cutting
Wait.
off.
Oh
It
wait,
happened,
hold
but
on.
I
There was
wa-
only
it
one
happened-
safety car.
no,
Never mind. Yeah. Hold on.
But
Yeah,
no,
he
there's
caused the
DS.
first
It
one.
was
in
I'm
one
talking
safety
virtual and
car.
actual safety car. I'm talking the virtual.
Yes,
The
Metallic
virtual-
caused both of those. Yes.
Well, the
Yeah.
virtual
Yes.
he just retired, so that's his AI. But the first one, yeah, he just sent it into the wall. He was trying to get a
I mean,
good
he almost
exit out
killed
of
me
there.
doing
Oh,
it.
Both
really?
of them were
Jesus
caused by
Christ.
him. Yeah.
I'm not too
Yes.
sure. We were spectating something up ahead, then I just see yellow flags, and I see just a Williams just stopped on the track. I went
watched it
over, and I
happen.
just
He
see him in
almost
the wall.
lined
Like,
me out.
what?
Is my clip in Steward's room gonna get reviewed? Because I had to go
Yes,
wide
everything,
for that.
everything in Steward's room is going to get reviewed. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're literally
'Cause that
talking.
McLaren
You're
will-
literally talking to three
yeah,
stewards in this call.
That McLaren,
Oh.
bro. That McLaren, man. I just didn't want to deck him in the back, so I had to go wide.
Yeah, you have all 3 stewards in this room. You can talk to us.
There's also one guy. I'm not sure what happened, but he low-key like just stopped in mid-track, and I had like swerved to avoid. I don't know what happened.
Red always
you know.
causes stuff.
But that was a
For sure.
really good race, man. I haven't raced in the wet in a long time, but man, Septic, you were
enjoyed it. It just-
flying. I just had to hold you up for a little bit.
Hopefully
hold you
next
up.
weekend I do like a smidge better
Hey,
because
Nimitz,
it won't be in the rain.
don't worry.
What's up?
Septic's used to having someone be slower than
Shut
him,
up,
but
Chris.
defending him like crazy.
Dude,
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
like,
really good.
yeah,
at one run.
Septic, that switchback I did on you, man, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta give him room. Like I could have just
Man.
butted you out of the way, but I was like, I'll let him through.
But anyways, sir,
I
think I have-
congratulations
It was.
on a debut race win. How do you
Yo,
feel?
quick question. Wait. What did he just
Yeah,
say?
ask your question. Ask your question. Go ahead.
Ask a question.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Pure silence.
You have the talking stick.
Oh, me? Oh, sorry.
Still
Oh my
have
god.
Yeah, you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
My bad. My bad. My bad. Septic. dude, what wings were you running? Because I thought
I was
I
running
was.
increased downforce.
So, do you know what it exactly was? Because I don't know presets
I
like
think
that.
it's
Is
like
it 36, 36?
30. I think it's 36, 36 or
Like
30, 30.
36.
Dude, I was running
Okay, yeah, because I was
balance.
like,
I was running balance
bro,
setup,
he's
so
Yeah, I gapped you
I
guys
because
in the
ran
corners.
Nimitz was like, bro, he's slower than me on the straight, and I'm holding him up in the corners, and I'm like, how is he? I was confused on how he wasn't, or how you weren't getting him in the corners if he was running lower downforce. I guess it was
I was just
good
being
defending.
stubborn.
But
I was
then,
being
was
stubborn.
trying to
I was
race
like,
clean.
Nimitz may just have higher downforce, and then
Mm-mm.
clearly that wasn't the case.
That
But,
track
I
is
mean-
really hard to pass in the corners because there's
Yeah.
there's no
Nah,
curves.
I could have kept you held up longer, but I made that critical mistake there.
I'm not gonna
Um,
lie.
Yeah, no,
I
I
think that
got.
might have been why I did so bad today. Is there's a little like too apologetic with like making mistakes and stuff, and I wound up ceding a bunch
Yeah.
of positions out of like
Listen, I
kindness.
Whoever,
but man, time pens
whoever-
killed me, man. Time pens killed me.
whoever
I
was the
like-
V carb, I got lucky because I got past whoever started P3 and P2 immediately. Then I was like, okay, I just got the V carb and I overtook him in the first lap, and I was like, oh my god, I got.
I was about to say
clean
because
air.
you like sent it down that first corner. I'm pretty sure. Did you not? That was kind
Yeah,
of
no, I sent it. I sent it down, but I wasn't like that far back. Like I already had second and third. I was like, okay, so just go side by side, and I have the inside, and it should be easy. I had the better
no,
exit. I had more downforce. I ran maximum downforce. I ran 48, 48.
it probably would
So-
help if I went down force instead of speed.
Yeah, no, I
I
was
don't know
like,
if he's
bro,
here, but
it's
whoever it was that I
Imola
wound up
rain.
squeezing off the track.
I don't
on, like,
run
lap
presets.
9. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I don't run presets for shit, and I'm like, bro, surely I'm not taking a risk. I'm just going maximum downforce. And it guaranteed me no track limits, so it was like, bro, this is chill. I literally didn't
Yeah.
get a single warning, so I got lucky.
I was being aggressive quite a bit, so I got those time pens and just killed me.
Yeah, Nimitz, you
No.
got fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Nimitz, you
But,
got like
know,
2 in the first 2 laps.
No, I got one. I got my first pen 10 laps in.
No, I'm
it
saying
was-
track limit warnings.
Oh yeah. My
You
warnings.
got like your 2.
Yeah.
You got your first 2 warnings in like the first 2 laps.
So, man, Septic, good race, man. I had a good time racing you.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. Spa's one of my favorite tracks, so y'all better.
Oh,
The
Spa's
opposite
next?
for me.
You know what?
I
At least
can't
it's not
stand
raining.
Spa.
Wait, Chris, we don't have
Yeah,
any more
dude.
rain races for this, right? Since that was a rain race.
We'll see. I
Oh
mean,
no, is it
I
really?
mean, season
we
1 we
used to.
had 2 what races, so
Yeah, but we're only supposed to have one, so we'll see.
Please,
see.
one more.
No, no,
Please,
that-
one more.
this is under the
on the
Please,
rain
one more.
mystery.
I
I
love,
mean,
I
septic,
love rain.
septic. Remember,
You know
we,
what? Hold
we
on, what's our
still
schedule?
have a wild card round. So
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
no.
we have another
Bill.
wild card?
Oh my
Can we
god.
take away the wild card? Okay, what about
No,
We already have one. Full
no.
time. Yes, yes.
Nah,
yes.
keep the
Hold on,
wild
hold on, hold on.
card. Keep the wild
Hold up, hold
card.
up, hold up, hold up.
Can
Take away the
we
wild
how
card,
about
make it
can we
another
bring
race.
qualifying to T2?
no.
No, we
What?
cannot do that.
We had
Why?
Yeah, Nimitz, I already
We
asked
had
it.
13 people.
They were like, no.
Come
We
back
got-
tomorrow.
we
for
got a
qualifying.
lot of
Come back
people.
tomorrow.
Like,
Honestly,
Chris,
I think we have
theoretically,
more
we
than
could
10
do reverse
people.
grid. Reverse grid, but
Okay,
that's just too
hold
much
on.
work.
I keep hearing my name get called out and then a bunch of talking over it. Who's calling me?
Me, I have a proposal.
All right.
We take away the wild card and do another wet race.
No.
I like
How about this? I'll put a poll out.
Listen, I love the wet race, and it's probably better for me to have the wet race. But dude, it's a wild card. You don't know what the
Squirt,
wild
one of
card
the
is.
options for the wild card is ban mediums.
That's what we had at last race. That's what we had.
Literally the
All right,
first
yeah,
race.
no, never mind. Make it a wet race. No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
thank
doing.
you, thank
I'm
you.
not doing
There
no
we go.
medium. I'm not doing no mediums.
And it's of 6. It's of 6.
No
options.
medium.
It'd be one thing.
Wait, so-
It'd be one thing if you did no hards. It's not as bad because you just take care
What?
of the tires
It's-
with medium soft.
It's the
I have
wild
already
card.
got
pretty
you like
The
bad.
that.
wild card is decided by a wheel, just like the mystery race. So it
Hey,
could
Can I-
be
Chris, what's
can
on the
you-
wheel?
a
Chris,
Can
what's
you
on the wheel?
send me all the options on the wheel? Because I have no clue what's on the wheel.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's
Like
one
Sunday
stop,
in
two.
general.
Have
I think
the
it's
clip on
one
there.
stop,
So
in that
two
case-
definitely
stop,
watch this.
In that case, hold on,
intersplit.
hold on. In that case, let me end the stream. But as tradition, we always get final words from everyone, starting with Heart at the top.
I really miss the safety car. That's all I gotta say.
Nimitz.
That safety car killed.
Man, I think it was a good race. Safety car definitely kind of got me kind of messed up there with the traffic and then time pens. But I thought it was a really good race in the wet. Teammate got a win, so that's all we can ask for. Let's get that Ferrari constructors.
All right. One soap.
One soap.
Hope.
He's dead.
Okay.
He died.
All right.
iFunk in as one soap. What?
What?
Okay. Well, screw that.
You want me to speak as
Septic.
one
I'm sorry. I was talking.
Hey,
Oh,
what was your
one soap
name?
is back.
Oh, Hope, yo, speak your thoughts on
Final
post-race
words.
interview.
Yeah. Final words.
That safety car really screwed me and Hart. It was a good race. I got points at least. I mean, I'm pretty much slower than everyone else on the track. Well, in the grid ahead of me. So I'm happy with points. I'm happy that my teammate got second place. Good amount of points for Kick Salver. Yeah, the safety car really screwed me over. Yeah. Next race.
All right. Septic.
It was a great race. I had a ton of fun. It was interesting doing full wets with no trash control, but I made it. I lived.
All right.
Congrats.
And finally, from our race winner, Cert.
Cert? Oh, okay. I'll let
Oh,
that
wait.
slide.
I'm sorry. That's what we've been calling you all race. I'm sorry.
It's chill. It's chill. Honestly, this may sound like a shock. I've actually never raced on that track on this game, so I underfueled hella. I was negative fuel before the safety car came out. Safety car came out, gave me all the fuel I needed, basically gave me the race win. I'm not even kidding. There was probably a 40% chance, even with the time pens, that I would have lost the race had it not been for the safety car. And then the VSC made it better. Great race. V-carb was quick, a lot more competitive than I thought, and a lot more fun than I thought. And let's see another rain race. That's all I gotta say. Ferrari on top.
All right.
One more thing. Add Coda to the schedule.
What?
What?
Oh, he said
What?
add
Add
Coda to the.
I'm down.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
I like that.
Next
Nah, I'm
season,
down.
Chris. Next
it.
season, Chris.
Add Coda to the schedule. Championship race.
Next season.
We'll see how the
Hey.
championship comes. We'll see. We'll
Wait.
see.
Actually, what are the
Title
points looking
decider.
like now?
Championship is in Baku. Let's go.
Well, right now,
Oh
now,
shoot!
okay, so now listen, Aston Martin, who Eric Vaskin has now 30 points and is in second still. Septic has 43 points. He's in first. I have 25. I believe I'll be in third. And then it'll be the McLaren Red, I believe, who will
no.
be fourth. And then V-Carb with his 15
Chris.
points.
And then I'll be sixth.
So
Alright.
right now, the gap between the top three is 18.
Chris,
What?
why do I see Silverstone reverse on the schedule?
Yeah, no,
You're
dude,
just
I was
now
talking
looking
about
at
that
it?
with Nimitz, bro.
Yeah, screw you.
What's up
Screw
with
you,
that,
Chris.
bro?
And with that,
Reverse
we'll
is
end
so
the
dumb.
stream.
Don't worry about
Can
it.
we do